What's a caterpillar?
Hello. Ooh.
Ahoy, mateys! Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, everybody.
I look so jacked up. What is wrong with
Scooch
me?
over this way a little bit.
Who?
Both of yous.
Bodias?
Bodius, there you go.
I look crooked.
You're always crooked.
Oh, my eyeballs are crooked too. Arr!
How's everybody doing today?
I'm
Happy
fabulous.
Halloween. Hey, Mike. How's it going? Let's see. Just trying to make sure everything's turned on. It was a little, we were a little bit of a mess.
It's very Halloween here. So, and that means rush, hurry.
Yeah, we're always rushing.
Last minute, everything.
Yeah. We are always rushing to get stuff done.
On Halloween. Because that's how we roll.
Mm-hmm. Here we are. Yeah, it's very, hey, April, how you doing? Hi, Emma and John. It is foggy as all get out here
It's
today.
like London weather, yeah?
It is. That was good.
Thank you. Well, I am a pirate. I am sorry, but I'm jacking with my hair.
What are you doing?
Because it was crooked.
Your hair's crooked?
So crooked. Gross. I hate crooked hair.
Thanks. It was a little bit of a hot mess trying to get our costumes today, as per usual. Right? Hey, Kurt, King Daddy, how you doing? Yeah. How's Halloween for everybody else? We usually don't get trick-or-treaters here at our house for Halloween because our house sits back from the road just a little bit.
Kaya scares them off.
I think you scare them
We
off.
have a big dog called Cujo.
Do we?
Cujo keeps them out of the yard.
Is that you?
Cujo's a ghost dog.
I know Cujo's a movie.
Okay, well, you seem kind of clueless there.
No.
Oh,
Hi, Cindy. How you
rude of
doing?
you.
Do you guys get trick-or-treaters where you live? Because, like I was saying, we don't get any.
We don't.
I think you scare them off.
I do.
Because you look a little scary.
Always.
You're Harry Scarlary.
Scalary.
Do you think pirates have headphones?
I don't have headphones. Do you see headphones?
No, yours are nice and hidden. I'm going to do this.
I think Red has headphones though.
I'm going to do this so that it doesn't, no.
No. That doesn't work.
That does not work.
That does not work.
What are we talking about today, guys?
We're going to talk about the 2 Disney Halloween parties, and we're going to do an honorable mention for Orlando Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights.
Orlando.
I couldn't remember whether it was Universal or Orlando.
It's Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Universal.
So we were very fortunate this year, and we were able to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Wait, it's not called that anymore. It's called
Mickey's
After Hours Boo
Boo
Bash in Florida and
Oogie
Oogie Boogie Bash in California. And then, of course, as you guys know, Bob and Kaya went to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando.
Yeah, at
Yes.
Universal Studios.
So we're going to talk about both of them, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that good stuff. Hi, Jody. How you doing today? Happy Halloween. Yeah. You want to get started?
Sure.
Okay.
So I was really excited about the Boo Bash, and then we went to it. I wasn't so excited afterwards.
What do you mean? You weren't excited about what?
Well, the Boo Bash was like, for one, it was expensive. Number one. Number two, it was only 3 hours long. You know, you could get into the parks at a certain time. What was it, 9? This went from 9 to 12. So
Yeah.
you could get into the park at 7 with your Boo Bash ticket, but they didn't kick everybody out till 9.
9.
So that's when it was the official Boo Bash.
Right.
And they have treat trails and stuff like that, and it was cool. That's the only time I've ever seen a treat trail was at the Mickey's Not So Scary. It was my first experience with a treat trail, and how they just kind of, you walk down to the end and there's like 2 stations of candy, and they give you the candy, and then you want more, you have to turn around and walk around again.
Right.
But they're situated throughout the parks, and they're in like accessible locations and everything, so it's not bad getting to them. And you do get a lot of candy, because I remember our first Mickey's Not So Scary. Oh my gosh.
Hi,
we took a ton home. So
we did. We thought we took a ton.
Yeah,
home.
we thought we did until we went to Oogie Boogie. But that's another story.
That's another story.
So anyway, the entertainment, I mean, there was no parade, there was no fireworks for Boo Bash. And that a lot of times I don't really watch them anyway. because then that's the good time to do the rides.
Right.
You
If you're
know,
gonna do rides. So
right.
Kurt says too much money and too short.
Yes, too
Fun,
short.
but not again. Yeah, I agree. And Cindy says she baked ginger carrot muffins yesterday and dressed up in her pirate costume. You getting practice for your pirate costume cruise?
Oh man, that is so fun.
I know that's like
I love that.
soon.
I know.
So yeah, what did you think of after hours Boo Bash, Kaya?
I thought it was expensive and there wasn't enough time.
Right. It did feel really rushed. We've been to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party before, so this one was kind of different. They combined, if you have never been to an after hours party at Disney World. After hours party. Hi Rachel, how you doing? The after hours parties are different than the holiday parties because the after hours
Yes.
parties include like popcorn and like ice cream bars and stuff like that.
And snack and drinks.
And drinks.
And
Yeah.
drinks.
So anything bottled drinks like soda,
Water.
with
Coke.
Coke
Diet
products.
Coke.
Yeah.
Sprite.
Exactly.
They only give you like 4 choices.
Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite,
And water.
water. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. So those are your choices for drinks, but it's unlimited, so you can get as many as you want.
Uh-huh.
So
And-
this year they combined the after hours party and the Halloween party. So you had all of the snacks and stuff included, but you also did trick or treating,
Right.
right?
Did the treats. So that's kind of what it was. It was kind of an amalgamation
Amalgamation.
of the two, because you typically the after hours parties only last about 2-3 hours. So they don't last that long.
No, I thought the after hours parties were longer.
No.
They went later. They used to go later in the day.
No, they only lasted 2 or 3 hours. Because I remember our first one was the DVC one, and it would start at 9, went from 9 to 12. It was
Well,
3
I
hours.
don't consider DVC in the mix really because that's different. Like when you pay for.
Yeah, when you pay for it, still only like 3 hours.
It's like 4.
'Cause I
Maybe
think it was
4.
I think they used to go till like 1.
But anyway, no parade.
Yeah, no parade, no fireworks.
They had cavalcades, which is cool because they had some cool cavalcades. I mean, it's always nice to see, Maleficent's dragon. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
she was out. That was really cool.
But she didn't breathe any fire. So
No,
it was
but
like,
she did on other parties. So I don't.
So it was like when
We were the first party, so they were probably adjusting things after.
We did go to the first party, so who knows if it was. But I had seen Maleficent Dragon on other people's pictures and stuff that went, and she did breathe fire those nights. So we missed out on that, but that's okay because we've seen her before. So when we went to Mickey's Not So Scary, we got there at
7:38.
I think it was 8ish because we were at the bar.
Well, I mean, we got
Before.
to the parking lot at 7:30.
Okay.
It was
took
around
us
the
like
same,
half
yeah.
an hour to get there.
Okay.
It wasn't, we didn't get there really early.
No, not terribly early.
No, and then if anybody ever, saw our little snafu with our try to live stream at the Boo Bash,
That put quite the damper.
that was
on it.
raspberry.
That was a hot mess. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Bob's phone got stuck in like
Portrait.
mode, so
And
we
it wouldn't go to
couldn't rotate it.
landscape. So it was like,
Yeah.
and I was a little cussy, so Kelly was like, no,
and then
no,
I got
no.
and then I got complainy. So it was a epic fail.
It just shows that we're human.
Totally.
Oh.
And totally newbies
Mm.
when it comes to live streams,
I am
from
not
the parks.
the awesome pirate that I look like.
No.
I have faults also.
I know Bob's phone was very naughty. So Rachel said she's going to be Harry Potter but dressed as a girl. Are you going to be like Hermione or Ginny
Or Harry Potter dressed as a girl.
or Harry Potter dressed as a girl?
That's the way I took it. It was like you're gonna have the glasses, the little round glasses, and the lightning bolt that you're gonna be dressed as a girl.
Lady
Yeah.
Harry Potter?
Well, maybe Harry Potter likes to go out and drag. Who knows?
Harina?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Potter.
I think it's cool. I like that
I do
outfit.
too.
I
Mhm.
tried to be Voldemort as a woman. Drag queen Voldemort.
Drag Queen Voldemort.
Mom would let me know.
I didn't even remember you saying anything about it.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
maybe next year we can do that.
If you guys are ever considering doing a Halloween party at Disney, I think the Harriet Potter. There you go, Emma. You got it.
Yeah, Harriet
Um,
Potter.
I think it's good to kind of pick and choose what you want to do. You either have to ride rides or you have to do the party.
Yeah, it's definitely a either or because
It's
you don't
so
have
hard
enough
to do
time to do
both.
any of. Maybe next year they'll come out with a good 5-hour long party. So who knows?
Maybe. But it seemed like in years past we used to be able to like ride rides and
And do trick or
do
treats
trick or treats.
and see some of the stuff that's going on
But
too.
then again, we weren't having live stream difficulties.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
part of it
that
was-
kind of threw a whole big
Part of it
old
was on
That
us.
put a wrench in the program.
a wrench
a
in the
little bit.
program.
Yeah. Do you remember what the tickets cost for the Disney World ones?
They were $149.
Were they the same price as the Oogie Boogie?
No.
Oogie Boogie was cheaper?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mike says Oogie Boogie wins, chat over. Then what would we have to talk about?
I have like another thing that I didn't particularly like about the Boo Bash. That's what it's called in Orlando, right?
You're right.
Yes.
Like they didn't have any food open other than.
Oh my gosh, yes, because we
Like-
were gonna say we'll pick up something to eat. Go ahead. Sorry, minute. I got you. Hit a button. Go.
My turn. I have
Oh
the
my God.
talking stick.
Well, then talk.
Anyways,
Talk with your talking stick.
so we like figured that that Casey's or something was going to be open because normally they're like Casey's at least it's open, but so we didn't eat any dinner. We just ate like little appetizers at the bar and stuff. So we were like starving, and the only thing we could find was the free popcorn because Casey's was closed. Cosmic.
Cosmic
was-
Rays.
Cosmic Rays was
Cosmic
closed.
what's it?
Cosmic. What's it
And
was
it was kind of
closed.
like we're here for like 4 hours and they don't have any food open.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. Usually Casey's is open during the Halloween party. And I'm not sure why it wasn't. Everything closed at 9 o'clock. Yeah, you're surprised too, Kurt, at the no food thing. Everything closed down at 9 o'clock when the park closed for regular day guests. So that was a little weird. Like they expect us to kind of survive off of popcorn and ice cream.
Well, and they didn't say they weren't gonna. Well, I guess you could have asked, but
Well, I'm sure that they said beforehand what was going to be open and what was not. We were just, I guess we just
it
didn't
was
do our
probably
homework.
in the little map thing, which we never get because
Oh,
we're
we got the maps. I looked. There
Yeah.
was nothing.
okay.
We got
So
the
it was in the
maps.
map thing, and Kai looked, and there was nothing.
There was nothing.
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 And this is kind of the rating we get for the Boo Bash.
That's Kaya on the airplane.
This was the Boo Bash. Snooze.
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 Thanks. Love it.
Hey, well, and surprisingly, for Disney World, it was pretty darn crowded, if I remember correctly.
It was. It was
Yeah,
very crowded.
But it was opening night, and so
True.
vloggers have
A lot of
to vlog on
vloggers
there.
were there.
There was a lot of
Opportunity.
vloggers out there for sure.
know,
That
'cause
is for sure.
You have to be the first one to pump out the content, otherwise you're screwed. So,
True.
Yeah.
And we didn't purposefully go to the first one. It just happened to be when we were there. So it just worked out that way.
Yeah, because I was like, Kai and I already had the trip booked. And then when we found out they were bringing back the Boo Bash, I said, all right, we're buying tickets. So we bought tickets. And then Kelly was like, I want to go to the Boo Bash. She did that little thing. Like, I
'Cause of the
wanna go, I
FOMO.
want to go to the Boo Bash. Can I go, please? And we're like, yeah, sure, come on. So she bought her ticket and we went to the Boo Bash.
So Cindy said even at Mickey's Not So Scary, they wanted to do the parade, fireworks, and shows, but they never got to trying the treats or rides. So yeah, it's hard to get all that done in 3 hours when it's only 3 hours long.
Uh-huh.
Granted, yeah, you can get in a couple hours ahead of time, but you're fighting the crowds of all the day guests,
Yeah, the normal
you know,
crowds.
that are there.
and that's
Mhm.
a bummer. I want to pay money. I want to be exclusive.
I want to be
Well,
bougie.
Yeah, totally FOMO for life. That's
This
me.
this is red.
FOMO
This is
forever.
Red Riding Hood bougie, but
Yeah,
amen. Your hood's falling off.
It is, yeah.
sorry.
There we go.
So,
This is not the greatest looking cape ever. I love this cape.
that is a cool
You
cake.
should have seen when Kelly was dressed up in it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
She looked a lot more Red Riding
Red-
Hoodie.
No, you look Red Riding Hood
Yeah, you do.
because you got
Like
the
a
red hair.
caterpillar.
You need a caterpillar?
No, I look like a caterpillar.
Why do you look like a caterpillar?
You need
All
like a
wrapped
big
up.
old pipe.
Oh, that would be cool.
So do you want to talk about Oogie Boogie?
Oogie Boogie. Okay. There are not enough superlatives in the English language to describe how wonderful Oogie Boogie
Hi,
was.
Wayne. How are you today?
If Oogie Boogie was a pirate, it would be Captain.
Captain Boogie.
Captain Boogie.
Oogie.
Yes, and he would make you walk
Hey,
the plank.
Hatbox Ghost. How's it going today? Happy Halloween.
Boo! Trick or treat! Trick or treat! I don't have any candy. Sorry, we ate it all.
No, we did not.
No, we did not.
As a matter of fact, we did not. So the differences between
You want to know the differences? You want me to count them off?
yeah,
Okay.
that's why we're here.
Numero uno. Longer.
How much longer?
2 hours.
It is 2 hours longer.
It
so
was like from.
5 hours.
It was 5 hours long.
well,
Thank you for your
plus-
mathing.
Okay, plus, let me just say, with your Oogie Boogie Bash ticket in California, they say that they'll let you in the gates at 3. The party starts at 6.
Right.
Correct. We
We
saw
got-
people lining up to get in the gates at 2.
They let us in at 2:15.
They let us in at 2:15.
2:15.
So we actually got in 45 minutes earlier than advertised.
So we were there 3 hours and 45 minutes before the party even started. So we got to do stuff before the party started.
Which was cool. We got to like eat dinner. We got to ride some rides that we wanted to ride.
Mhm.
And one of the cool things.
And we did a live stream before the party.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is
Connie.
that what you were? That was what she's gonna
Okay.
say.
No, that wasn't what I was going to
Okay.
say.
Okay.
Actually, I was going to branch off the riding the rides thing because we planned on riding Monsters After Dark because it had switched at like 2, and the cast member was really cool because she was standing out front and saying, "If you have Oogie Boogie tickets, don't bother with standing in the line because there's still like regular day guests here. So if you pay that much, we don't want you to stand in line with the peasants, you know? So just wait until after the party starts."
She just said if you wait till
Yeah.
6 o'clock and they kick everybody out, it's gonna be a walk on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be waiting like 45 minutes to an hour.
She was like, "Don't waste your time."
She says, "Don't waste your time. Go do something else."
So that was pretty cool. The cast members were kind of looking out for you.
Yeah, and they knew because we never knew. We didn't know. We just figured we'd just go ride it. But she's like, "No, it's gonna be a walk on." And seriously, it was. As soon as 6 o'clock hit, we went towards there. Did we do that first or Monsters?
No, we did. We did a
Monsters, Inc.
trick or treat trail. No, we did Monsters Inc. before the
Okay.
party started.
Okay. So we did trick or treat trail.
And we did trick or treat trail first because we went and got some dinner at Pim's Test Kitchen.
Pim's Test
And then
Kitchen.
there was a
Mad Hatter Trick or Treat Trail.
right where we were sitting. So we
Right,
kind of
right, right.
hung out in that area. And then the funny thing is we didn't realize that people line up for the treat trails like
half an hour
before they
before they
open.
open. Okay, first off, let's get back to the list of things that were better, and then we can
Yeah.
talk about them.
Okay, cool.
Okay, first off, it was like cheaper. It was longer. It had better treat trails. It had
food.
character interactions.
It had
This
food
finger doesn't work.
options.
Food was available. All their quick services were open. And they even had special Halloween food at Flo's and other locations.
Yeah, and drinks.
And drinks. So
Well, okay, Disney World, they have snacks and non-alcoholic drinks.
yeah, and they're included. So
But
that's
they're
the only
sugary
thing.
snacks. It's not like
Right.
No, it's not
substantial.
like-
But that's the only thing that was because the snacks were included. If you got anything at Oogie Boogie, you paid for it. There
No,
was-
I'm saying at just a minute. Don't get all I'm just gonna say Mickey's Not So Scary because that's what it's called in my head. They had like special snacks that you could purchase
right,
also, but we
Right.
didn't buy any of those.
right,
But they were all sugary type
Right.
snacks.
exactly.
Okay.
And special snacks.
Yes.
I get that. But what I'm saying is if you bought anything food wise at Oogie Boogie, you had to pay for it. That was the only thing that was downside, maybe,
Correct.
which everything else kind of blew it away. So that did not matter.
It was more hearty though.
Yeah, it was
like-
more arty. You
It
could
was
actually
like you could actually feed yourself and not be like feeling like hungover because you ate too much free sugar.
Well, the other thing at Oogie Boogie was in the tree trails, you got apples.
yeah.
You got like packaged. These are prepackaged. You got apples, carrots, and grapes
And
which would-
cranberries
and,
And
oh,
cranberries.
and pretzels
and pretzels
and sun chips.
and popcorn.
Oh, and sun chips too.
Yes, they had little bags of chips.
And they had little like pirates
and,
booty.
and they had
stuff.
pirate booty, which is gross.
So are sun chips.
Sun chips are good.
Sun chips are good. You're like
nasty.
just like, go away. Sun chips are good. Pirate booty is like fake popcorn. I don't know how they do it.
What is that?
I don't know.
anyway?
It's like puffed. It's like puffed wheat. It's like, have you ever had sugar pops? You know, that puffed corn stuff?
Okay, but it's not sweet.
It is kind of.
No, it's not.
Well, it's not. It's like popcorn flavored puffed.
Popcorn.
Popcorn flavored.
Popcorn.
It's not good.
It's not.
It's not
It's better
good.
than Sun Chips.
It's not good.
Sun chips are good. Anyway, my whole point was is they gave you different snacks besides candy in the treat
Right,
trails.
Right.
Like, here, have a healthy option.
Right, which I thought was cool.
That was At
And
first
they
it was
have
kind of like
applesauce.
Oh yeah, they had go
Go-Go
squeeze
Go-Gurt
applesauce
kind of stuff.
So that was cool. I thought that was really good.
I was not impressed with that. I'm at Halloween and I'm in Halloween mode. It's all sugar.
Pew pew.
Yeah, it's all sugar.
Gonna get my candy.
And I gotta
out.
tell you what was really cool is like a lot of people dressed up at Oogie Boogie. We dressed up at the Boo Bash, and I was really kind of sad that we didn't dress up for Oogie Boogie
Me too.
because it was like
It was
we could have
seriously
rocked
amazing.
the costumes.
And we could have even done warm costumes because it was a little bit
It was a little chilly.
chilly.
It was a little chilly. Yeah, I could have done this gig right here.
So Mike says 2021 was amazing, but 2019 was better. So tell us what was better.
Yeah, what was better about 2019?
Hi Rhonda, how you doing? Happy Halloween.
Can we talk a little more about like the tree trails?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
They were like a lot different than the ones in Orlando
Mhm.
because they had like 6 different stations,
Or more.
6 or more stations where you could like collect candy. They had like bins and they gave you like a handful.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was cool though. I'm sorry. I was going to
Talk
tell about
about
the
them.
bins. I was going to talk about the bins because at Oogie Boogie, at Boo Bash, they had like little barrels that they come and fill up. These guys had roller carts, and they rolled these roller carts out, and they were huge, huge.
I like the ACDC shirt.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like AC/DC Riding Hood there. Yeah, she's back in
It's
red.
Rocker Riding Hood.
Back in red.
Special edition.
Anyway, so and what Kaya was saying was like there was like 6 to 8 in every treat trail.
And not only was it like a lot of like candy and stuff, like,
Like,
Like.
but there were characters that you could talk to and they would talk back with you and you could have like a conversation like in character. And Orlando, they wouldn't even have thought of that. They'd be like, oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, you got to stand 100 feet away, and you can't even see them. They're like, get a microscope.
I
out.
think having the characters in line that would talk with you, like interact with you, like Emma said, the characters did look way cooler, and they were
They were all villains, by the way.
they were all villains, and you could except we did see Cinderella out
and we did see Chip and Dale.
and Chip and Dale and
And
Smee
oh, the stepsisters.
and the stepsisters.
Yeah.
But they were just photo ops. They weren't like part of the treat trail.
No, they were in like the Carthay
Special
Circle
places.
area, like the hub
Um,
of Grand California.
but yeah, I think that having the characters that you can interact with, I mean, they will talk to you and ask you questions and stuff. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
I did too. And besides, Michael Bolton is a wuss. Sorry,
A young Michael Bolton.
but he could never be a pirate. So
Michael Bolton.
my
couldn't be a
hair's
pirate.
my hair's better.
It's quite lovely.
It is.
Like Howard from Queen or whatever.
I look like
You're
Howard Stern.
You're
more
like
than
Howard
anything.
Stern.
Yeah.
Howard Stern. That's his hair right here.
So, all the rides were still open
Mhm.
Yep.
at Oogie Boogie.
Yep.
It seemed like we got a lot more done at Oogie Boogie also than at Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yeah, because we actually were ready to just sit down and we watched the parade. I mean, come on.
There was a parade.
A
I
parade,
know.
an
And it was
actual
an
parade.
amazing parade too.
It was way better than Orlando's parade.
I agree. Even with Mickey's Not So Scary parade, this one was the bomb.
Like they actually almost scared you. Like there were stilt walkers, and there was one that actually came up and like jump scared Mom, and she was like, "Oh, okay,"
Oh, okay. And they had little gliding vampires. They were so cool.
Yeah, it was really
I thought that was like, man, they really, I mean, come on, Florida, get your S together. Go check out Oogie Boogie.
Good job for censoring yourself.
Yeah.
a gold
Look at you
star.
go.
I know. Well, I've been told that I can't be a naughty
a
pirate.
naughty pirate. Yeah, talking to the characters is cool. Super cool.
That was like my favorite part.
So Kurt wants to know how much cheaper Oogie Boogie was.
I think it was like $20 cheaper. It was like $129.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
the Oogie Boogie.
But I mean,
Mike,
that's-
you would know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, Mike, you would know because we bought our tickets for Oogie Boogie
Early.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like I got online and
like the second day.
this is the thing about Oogie Boogie. Those tickets go like lightning fast.
Yeah.
Mike, who we were able to hang out with a little bit at Oogie Boogie Bash because they were in California at the same time as us. They were able to get tickets from the hotel because they were staying in Paradise Pier,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Disneyland
And
hotel.
even though it was sold out, we were told by a guy who knows his Anaheim park tourists. If you haven't seen them, check them out. If you're ever going to go to Disneyland, watch their vlogs. These people know Disneyland, like
Disneyland,
the
yeah.
back of their hand. Anyway, so we were told by Mike. Is it Mike
Yes.
from Anaheim? Mike?
Oh, no.
No,
That was
Jim.
Jim from Anaheim Park Tours told us that they hold some back for the hotels.
Right, which I think is really
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's amazing. That's so good that they do that.
Mike Temple, who's in the chat. Oh, okay, $145 each that morning. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well,
day
yeah,
of,
we bought them
that
early,
morning.
so ours was like 129.
29. That's not that much of a hike, which I don't think is that
No, that's
bad.
even cheaper. That's $4 cheaper than what we paid for,
Mickey's
early.
Not So Scary.
Yeah, from the Boo Bash, which was 3 hours shorter.
Yeah. So value for money wise, if you're gonna pick one Halloween event to go to at a Disney park, if you can, go to California. I mean, we were blown away.
I also want to mention like the easiness of getting the tickets compared to the two, because we had difficulty getting tickets for Orlando because they had said that they would be on the website, but like the website.
Hi, Amy. Happy Halloween.
But the website had completely shut down within like seconds, and you couldn't get in for like a day. And finally, I read like a news article saying that you had to call, and they didn't tell you that you had to call them.
Well, here's why. Here's why that happened is because for Disney World, the ticket sales open up earlier for annual pass holders and DVC members. Then they go on sale to the general public like 2 or 3 days later. So that's how that happened. So DVC members and annual pass holders had to call or resort if people who had a resort reservation, they
But
could
they
buy their
didn't-
tickets early.
My main problem was that they didn't tell you that though.
They did.
No, they didn't.
I think they did.
No, they didn't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, here's the thing about Disney World right now. The one in Florida is
Disney World's in Florida?
yeah, somewhat. Actually, their own entity. They're going to become their own state probably. Right now, you cannot getting them on phone is
Ooh.
like a
It's
freaking.
pulling teeth, man.
It is. It takes
is
an
like
act
making it
of God
Everest.
to get a hold of somebody on the phone, and you can't book anything online. It just doesn't work. It works occasionally, but oh my
Okay,
goodness.
wait a minute now. We're not here to bash Florida.
Oh, we
No,
both
we're
got
just
those.
this is just buying the Oogie Boogie. I mean, the Boo Bash tickets was kind of like that because you cannot. It is so hard to get a hold of them on phone.
I was able to buy the Oogie Boogie tickets online.
That was
Right.
Boo Bash or Oogie
I'm
Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, Oogie Boogie we bought online.
Which
Yeah.
is like more accessible, you know.
So there's another plus for Oogie Boogie is like their online stuff works.
Yeah. But that's not what we're really talking about.
Well, it's a plus, so
We're bashing
we
the
are
Boo
talking
Bash.
about it.
You're bashing the Boo Bash.
We're bashing the Boo Bash.
I'm curious to see kind of like Canadian Airlines, like somebody invested for it was a little bit of a struggle. Disney World in general is a little bit of a struggle right
Just
now.
right now.
That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
just right
say,
now it
just
is.
right
It
now.
used to not be, but now it is. So
What else did you find different between Mickey's Not So Scary and Boo Bash?
so we talked about tree trails.
Yes.
We talked about food.
Characters.
There was food available, characters.
How did you think the ride lines were?
The ride lines were great. They were almost walk-ons. I mean, come on, they rode a credit coaster twice.
Twice.
I rode it once. But the first time it was pretty much a walk-on.
Yeah, I think the second time we waited Kaya? 5
5
minutes?
minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
And that was just
Come
because
on,
of,
dude.
citizens being yahoos.
Citizens being yahoos.
Yeah.
But you get licensed to be a yahoo when you're in a Disney park. So you might.
I do find, and Mike, you could probably answer this too. In California, it seems like more people dress up, like, seriously
Oh, they were seriously dressed up, and they were
dress
good.
up.
It made me feel ashamed.
Yeah, it kind of made me feel like a little FOMO.
I
Yeah.
felt like, dang it,
We should have brought
we
costumes.
should have brought
But we
costumes.
were trying to go, like, I mean, we were really only in California for
2 days.
well, we were there for 3 nights, but we stayed in Long Beach the first night.
So we were traveling light,
Yeah, so we didn't want to bring,
Too
you know,
much.
big suitcases.
big suitcases. No,
And we stayed at the Howard Johnson.
yes,
Excuse me. We stayed at the Howard Johnson's, which is what, a 10-minute walk.
yeah, about
10,
15.
15 minutes.
Yeah, about 15.
Those of you guys who have never been to Disneyland before, there's only 3 on-site hotels, and they're quite expensive.
They are very expensive,
Quite expensive.
unless you can get a good deal. Sometimes you can get a good deal. I understand Mike got a good deal. So,
Yeah, Paradise Pier is a little more
Affordable.
affordable.
well, they
But
got
still
a
on
they
the
got a
high end.
value, they got a moderate, and they got a deluxe.
Right.
So each one's
Is
represented.
Disneyland
Moderate.
Hotel considered a moderate?
Yeah,
I don't
don't
for
think
Disney
so.
it is. For like
No.
Disneyland,
No, I think they got a value and a deluxe.
And
is-
2 deluxes.
and deluxe is.
They got a value, a deluxe, and a super deluxe.
The moderate is sleeping in the park.
Well, see, that's my point. It's like if you have a deluxe, anything less is a moderate.
Okay. Well, I would consider the Disneyland.
But it's
Yeah.
all relative because their value is like a moderate in Disney World.
Yeah, but it's
True.
Disney World.
So, that's my point. This is a different entity. It's
Right.
different. So in Disneyland standards, that's a value, moderate, and deluxe.
Right. So yeah, that's what like Mike is saying. He said there were times he couldn't tell the official characters and who were the folks in the costume. There were some ladies, like a group of ladies,
Oh, wow.
in these huge, big
Like Victorian ball gowns.
Victorian ball gowns with
Mhm.
like
Dead faces,
skulls,
yeah.
skull faces.
It was cool.
They
was
looked
cool.
good.
Super cool.
Super good.
Yeah.
Like I said, it made me ashamed. I was like, I'm a Halloween guy, and I was like, why did we not do that?
Well-
and I'll tell you why we didn't. This is why we didn't, because we went to the Boo Bash. It was 3 hours long. I'm sorry, but I got to bash it a little more. It was kind of a letdown, and we didn't know what to expect with Oogie Boogie. And I'm like, I am not going to the trouble to get dressed up for something that is lame.
And
Okay.
the costumes that were hot.
And the costumes were hot, so that's why my thinking, I don't know about Kelly or Kaya, but that was my
That
thinking.
was totally my thinking.
And,
I was like,
and
what's
then
the
when we
point?
got there and it was so amazing, I
Yeah.
felt like a schlub because we didn't go to the effort to dress up, which
Yeah.
would have been super cool.
Well, you live and learn.
Yeah.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
another major plus, like showstopper.
Okay.
Plus. Villains Grove.
Oh, Villains Grove.
Villains Grove. Villains Grove was the big difference between the two, I think.
It was major.
And if you haven't seen the Villains Grove video that we put out, go watch it. I mean, the camera does not do it justice. It's a walkthrough experience that they do during regular park time. It's called the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail.
It's like a little playground.
Yeah, or kind of
It's a
like
nature trail.
It's a nature trail kind of situation, which we had never done before.
No, we had never done it before.
So we didn't really know what it was all about. So for Halloween, they make it so that it's like you're entering the villain's forest,
And
basically.
it's like areas that are focused on different villains, like Scar and the Queen of Hearts and the Evil Queen and Hades.
Well, and it had Facilier represented with the friends from the other side.
Yeah.
And Alice.
And
Yeah.
Alice,
It was
boom, boom,
it was
boom,
amazing.
boom,
Okay,
boom,
when
boom.
you went to the place where the roses were, they had rose.
It smelled like,
roses.
roses. It was like
Amazing.
and it smelled good. It didn't smell like your grandma. You know how your
Not like
grandma has
grandma
that
roses?
rose. Ugh. But this smelled well. I guess it's mixed with grandma's smell too, so that's probably why. But no, this actually smelled like good rose garden, like you walked into a rose garden.
Yeah.
And like the roses had projections and they turned into the Queen of Hearts.
How long was the walkthrough? How long
It
did
was
it take
like
us?
It took like 15 minutes.
15
Yeah,
minutes?
to walk through.
Mhm.
And like at the beginning there was like this fog machine that like was entering like a portal and like
And the
throughout-
candles.
Yeah.
Like how you're doing your hair.
I know. I love my hair. I just wish I could wear this all the
He does
time.
this every
It
time.
would be so. Shut up.
It's like
Jelly
a
much?
tradition. You should go watch the cruise vlog. The first vlogs we ever did. He was all,
My hair.
oh,
Jelly much.
Jelly.
Grandma wore Avon's roses all the time.
Yeah, you know
So,
what
yeah.
I mean. You know what I
Grandma's
mean.
like
So
rosette, but this was like really amazing. Mike, did you guys do Villains Grove?
I think that they said they did, but then
Okay.
they wanted to do other things.
Okay, got it. Typically, the lines for the Villains Grove walkthrough is like 45 minutes long. Worth every
I don't think it
single.
was that
I
long.
think it was 40 to
No,
45
well,
minutes.
yeah, okay. If it was, it's okay because it moved the
It
whole
moved
time.
It
really
does
quick.
move.
It was not like
And the
stop
cast
go.
members are pretty good about keeping people moving because there were a lot of people like vlogging or filming stuff with their phone, and they're pretty good about moving people along. But worth every single minute of that
like,
wait.
by the end, I didn't want to like leave.
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
It was almost
oh.
emotional, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really kind of was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and especially at the end when they do, you go towards the
Mhm.
light. It's like
It's
it
like-
was
I know.
so eerie.
At first, I thought that like the whole portal thing was kind of stupid. Like, oh, this is really cheesy that they're like doing this. But at the end, I was like, oh my god,
It was cool. I know. It was, I probably would have gone back around. Oh, there was no way to get in. Oh, that's
No.
amazing. Yeah,
Ours was like all the way to Grizzly River Rapids.
it was past Grizzly River Run.
Yeah, it was good long ways. It was almost to Soren.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's okay. It was worth it.
It was worth it. But like I said, it moved. It didn't take long. It seemed like it didn't take long. If it took 45 minutes, it seemed like 15
We
because it just
entertained
kept
ourselves.
moving.
It was fun.
So, was there anything about Oogie Boogie that you didn't like?
Crickets.
Crickets?
That's what's going on right now. We're thinking.
This is super stupid. The only thing I didn't like was walking back to our hotel.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was horrible. Yeah, I did. The only thing I was uncomfortable waiting for the parade because I don't sit on the ground well. I'm a roly poly type of guy, and things don't bend like they should. It's more like elongated because when you start to bend, other things get squeezed. It's like I kind of know what a pregnant woman feels like because it's like when I bend like this, all my organs go up into my throat. So I know this is pretty graphic and everything,
But it is Halloween.
but it is Halloween. It's kind of like that, but that's how I feel when I try to sit on the ground or something like that. It is not pretty.
So, pro tip. If you're going to Oogie Boogie and you want to watch the parade, first of all, go to the second parade because they do have two parades. The first one, I think, is like
It's like 7 or 8, something like that.
Something like that. We watched the second parade, which was
Was that 12?
No.
10.
10. It started at 10 because the bash was over at 11.
right. It was at
It
10.
was at 10.
People start picking out spots about an hour ahead of time.
Yeah, and I
just
think-
like any other Disney parade.
And this parade starts at Pixar Pier area. So I think that's probably the most premier place to start watching it because
Really, I thought we got a pretty good.
we had a great
spot.
place, but if we just started watching, get us camped out a spot beforehand,
Yeah.
I
True.
think because then after it was over, we could have done more stuff.
We could have. Yeah, we actually left Oogie Boogie an hour before the party ended
Well, it was
No.
like
Okay,
45, 30
30, 45
minutes. Yeah,
minutes.
30, 40 because
because
the
we
parade.
watched the parade and then there was still like 30, 45 minutes left.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we decided to.
but we
go.
were done.
We had gotten everything done.
We had done everything we wanted to do except ride cars,
Yeah, but that,
Right, we didn't get to ride cars.
but that's okay.
It was like 60 minutes.
Yeah,
So
we did everything else we wanted to do. We got those boxes checked.
But here's the cool thing. I don't know if this would happen at Disney World either if we focused on the treat trails. We had to buy a reusable shopping bag for our candy.
it was like 10, 15 pounds of candy.
It was a
I'm gonna go
Buttload.
get the bag and show you.
it was a
And it's like
Big-
half
And it's still
gone.
half full.
I know. Yeah, because they give you the same reusable bags. If you guys have been to Disney
Like the little
World,
plastic
yeah, the
sponsored
little
bags.
plastic sponsored bags. I think we filled them up in 2 treat trails. Kaya?
We filled them up in 3. So
In
there
3?
was 10 treat trails. So we emptied it out about 3 and 4 times.
Okay, so do the Disney math here real quick. If there's 10 treat trails, right, and there's 6 stations at each treat trail,
That would be 60.
that's 60 stops.
60 to 64.
Yeah,
Because actually, it was our 4th treat trail. We bought the bag.
yeah. I thought Boo Bash was pretty stingy with candy too. We had the little bags, Cindy. Also, granted, we only did like 2.
Yeah.
At Boo Bash. but I don't think our bags were even half full with
Yeah,
2.
I mean, like even like the cast members at the treat trails for the Oogie Boogie Bash were like more enthusiastic.
That's our bag
This is the bag,
that we had to get.
and it is still half full. And when did we go? That's half full.
Yeah,
And this is it.
Oh.
Look,
that's all the candy.
look at this.
Oh, there's sun chips.
Yeah, sun chips and everything. Look at this. That's insane.
And that's from like 2 weeks of grazing over it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we took some to work
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
So I mean, dude, you can get your money's worth.
Dude.
You can get your money's worth just on
Just
the
in candy. That's like $100
Sell it on
worth of candy
eBay
right
for,
there.
like,
Yes,
150.
just use it for your trick or treaters.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh, you did 4 treat tails. I got half a bag between 2 of you.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
That is stingy. It's like, okay, here's your 1 piece.
I mean, like
Yeah.
as I was saying, like the cast members are even like more cheery on the treat trails at Oogie Boogie Bash because like I had one at Radiator Springs that like took a handful of candy and was like catch, and I was like
It's-
actually flinched and
it
it,
scared
like,
her.
made her day.
Hey, get out of there.
yeah, that
it
bag
was
is
like-
kind of half empty. Did you guys rake in the candy too, Mike, or did you concentrate on rides and other stuff? The cat's trying to get.
They're
in
trying to
the
get in my bag, so I have to guard the bag. I got cat
go
bag
put it back.
nappers. No, I
One
wanna get
thing
on the
I
ticket.
would, if you can, one thing I would maybe recommend if it's within your price range. If you're gonna go to Oogie Boogie Bash in California, try to stay at one of the on-property hotels just for that night.
Just so that it hurts a little.
Yeah,
less.
because it's a little bit of a trek.
It was like, I mean, it wasn't terrible, and I was on the complaint train that night because I was having a foot problem.
worse. Than
I gotta honestly tell you, it's like it was closer than walking from Magic Kingdom to our car.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah. So it really wasn't that big a deal. It's just somebody was being Miss Pity Pants here.
And that's saying something because I'm normally the pity
Yeah.
party.
And
know.
she was like, I just wish you were bringing it's right
It's
there.
so far.
There's
Yeah.
no hotel right there. And I'm like,
It's about to,
yeah.
like, collapse the
Seriously,
crosswalk.
we've walked longer
Yeah.
from the park to our car than we did from there to the hotel.
Okay. So Mike says they had to get extra bags as well. They were
Mhm.
giving the kids, more. Okay, we're gonna hang out with you again next year.
Yeah, and well, the kids get it. We don't. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're old farts. So.
So Kurt says was gonna give my Boo Bash candy away, but didn't think an old guy giving a little kid candy would look good. There you
That
go.
would be kind of scary. Did you have
Yeah.
a van with you, Kurt?
You creeper man.
Creeper.
So do you want to talk? Do you have anything else to say about Mickey's Not So Scary or Oogie Boogie?
No, I'm ready for Halloween.
That's what I was gonna say.
Halloween Horror Nights. Are we going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights? We're going to go like, is this like going to be like a bad news sandwich we can do? We should have put this in between Boo Bash.
Yeah,
and-
so it would be like
So-
Bad news sandwich.
Yeah,
well, you
so
know
it'd
how
be
you do
like-
something good, something bad,
yeah,
something good,
Yeah, it's like bad, good,
bad, good.
So it
No,
just
it's
makes
good, bad, good.
Yeah, but
No,
like
just talk
It's
about it.
palatable, so like you can eat bologna as long as
it's
it's on
over
good
with.
bread.
We can't
Just
undo
talk.
lives.
I'm just talking things
I
like
know.
because I want to entertain her a little bit,
And
and
it's
it's
working.
working. Yeah. Well, I'm a pirate. Hello.
My
Okay.
sleeves are all bunching up in my sleeves.
Oh, dang it, man.
Your sleeves are bunching.
It's like
my
her
sleeves
corset's
are-
like all like.
I know it's all. Okay, sorry.
Here it is.
All right, there we go. Okay, I'm good.
Anyway, okay. Halloween Horror Nights. Kaya, first impression when we walked up.
I was so excited. I was like, I have never been more excited for a trip than I have for this one. And
So I'm just gonna tell you when you walked to, the arch of, Universal Studios. What did you think and you see?
well, I saw posters
Okay.
of the mazes,
Okay.
but we had gone, me, Mom, and Dre had gone to Universal like for the 2 other days, and I was like, that just built the excitement because I could see the covered props and the covered blood and whatnot. I was like, oh my god, like I can see this in a little bit, And it was like I was little Miss Tour Guide, like that's that, and that's that, and that's that, and I was like so excited about it.
Okay, first of all, how much were the tickets for
$70.
Halloween
Oh,
Horror Nights?
$79 a
A piece.
person.
Okay,
Now
So
we
cheapest
did
option
get
so far.
pass holder discount.
okay, so
Because we bought passes to
so
Universal.
cheapest option so far, but
cheapest. So for the price of one Boo Bash ticket, both of
of
us
us
went to
went.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay.
Actually, cheaper than
And
when
then
we
what
went.
about times?
It went
Oh,
from
6
6:30
hours.
to 2.
6 hours.
6 hours long. So it went till 2
And you
a.m.
could get in at
That is 7.5
4.
hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah, because it
Really?
went from 6:30 to 2. They had changed it, so it was 2 a.m.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be 1, so it was
Mhm.
7.5 hours.
Okay. But you didn't get trick or treating.
No tree
No,
trails.
no.
So, and
But haunted
there's no
houses.
like snacks included,
Yeah,
No
there is.
snacks.
right?
Well,
So
I mean,
no
not
drinks, no
included.
No.
snacks included.
No.
Okay.
There are food stands.
Okay. So everything at Halloween Horror Nights is like after you pay for your ticket, you're paying for everything.
Yes.
Okay.
And all the food is pretty much Halloween themed.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
all
Yeah,
specialty.
all
most of it.
specialty food except for
For-
where we went to
yeah,
Moe's.
for
It was
Moe's.
regular
Okay.
stuff.
So
And they had food open. So there was Moe's and there was other quick
So
services
there
that were open
regular quick service
that you
and
could
there were
go to
specialty
and you could
places.
get a substantial meal.
Mhm.
But then they had a lot of specialty places too that had like blood sausage and
And like spiral potatoes.
that were
okay.
like
So and
Halloween.
for those of you that don't know, I did not go to Halloween Horror Nights because I do not do scary. No. I do Disney scary. I don't do blood and guts and stuff like that.
It doesn't deserve. It wouldn't be fair to compare it to the Disney one.
It is not
It
a
is
Disney
a
Halloween
whole
party. No.
different ball game.
Yeah, it's way too scary for me.
Yeah,
It's
it-
like legitimately
It's a legit
Halloween
Halloween.
event.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
Like,
first of all, you can't even go unless you're over 13, right?
You
Without
can, but you
consent.
have to sign a
you
waiver.
have to
Okay.
sign a
So
waiver,
anybody under the age of 12 has to sign a waiver. It's 12.
which
Okay.
is like
That you won't sue them
Yeah.
if your kid pees his bed that night. So, and I gotta tell you, okay, first off, I am a huge fan. If you haven't noticed, Halloween fan deluxe. Not much scares me. Okay. And I love to just walk through haunted houses and just laugh at stuff because it's so funny. Because I know it ain't real. People, it ain't real. Anyway,
April's gonna pass too.
so Kaya, this was her first
I had
ever haunted house experience.
I had never done any horror themed, like actual horror themed event. No characters, nothing like that.
Scarectors?
Characters is awesome. I
That's
like
a
that.
good
Is that your word?
Yeah, it's
That's
mine
an
now.
awesome word. Yeah,
Characters.
characters. So anyway, my first impression, we're walking up, and of course, you know, if you've been to Universal, if you haven't, there's this big archway that says Universal Studios. They have this huge medallion hanging from it that says Halloween Horror Nights, and it has a picture of Jack,
going.
the main character of this Halloween Horror
Well,
Nights.
for those people that don't know, who's Jack?
Jack is a scary clown,
He is a
Demented
ringmaster
crazy clown.
clown. Yeah.
Giving clowns across America a
Yeah.
bad name.
Which I do not like because I like to clown and people are scared of me just because of jackasses like Jack.
But first of all, there is a whole storyline. So there are icons that sponsor each event, like
Right.
characters that are special to Universal. And Jack was the first one to ever, he's the first icon to ever come to Halloween Horror Nights, and it's the 30th anniversary. So, gotta bring him back.
Gotta bring Jack back.
Okay.
Jack.
Back in
So the
Jack.
difference between Halloween Horror Nights and like a Disney Halloween is you guys have like haunted houses.
And scare actors.
But the atmosphere is different too. Disney has happy, joyful Halloween music.
This one
Halloween
is
Horror
like
Nights is rock and
and
roll
roll.
Halloween Horror Nights, and you
rock
can
and
hear
roll,
rock and
Rob
roll
Zombie,
Halloween stuff
blasting your eardrums
that
out.
you can hear as you're walking into the
You
park.
can hear it.
We could hear it
halfway to
from
City Walk
yeah, we could hear it in City Walk.
So it's like
was loud.
it is not
for
the
week.
faint of heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And so we walk down, and the cool thing, this is me, the coolest thing about Halloween Horror Nights is the scare zones.
Mhm.
I could care less if I went to a haunted house because they're just janky. I mean, they're not horrible, but it's like you've been to one haunted house, you've been to them all. You
But
know,
they
you
were
walk
10.
around.
They had 10, right?
Yeah, but you walk around a corner and it's like, ah, they scare you. No, they jump scare. You go there around a corner, ah, there you go. So
First of all,
How was that?
ah,
a scare zone is a street covered with scare actors, and each of them has a theme and a storyline. So there
Right.
were 5 of those.
right,
There was one with aliens conquering the world.
right.
That was called Seek and Destroy. There was one called lights, camera, action, which was chainsaws and
It's a horror movie kind of thing.
past Halloween Horror Nights, scare actors and scare characters,
Characters.
and then there was the 30 Years, 30 Fears one, which had like still walkers and stuff like that. That one was the chillest one. That was the one that you entered.
That one was
through.
kind of chill because it was
Yeah.
with the one you entered with.
And there was one called Gorewood Forest, which was like a forest filled with
Gorewood
blood.
Forest was
and-
the best.
It was so good. And what was the other one?
We had
Crypt TV.
Crypt TV.
That is a YouTube channel. That
Was there a
sponsored.
Beetlejuice scare zone too? Or
No,
just
that was
was
just
a
a Halloween
Halloween
house.
house.
Okay.
But Beetlejuice house was amazing. I have to tell you.
that's probably the only one I'd go into.
Yeah, you could handle that one.
That one
be
was not
honest.
scary. That was like walking through the movie Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
I mean, like the scare zones, they almost got dad at some points.
No.
Yeah. Do you remember that moss guy?
Oh, that guy was cool. Okay, that was the one that made me like, whoa.
There was like in
Yeah.
Gorewood Forest, they had like these little camouflage moss guys, and there was this one we didn't even see him because we were like filming and stuff, and he like went behind us and like went around the corner and was like you know.
But he was like walking. His arms were like all the way to the
He
ground.
was like
and
sagging down.
He
and
was
stuff.
so cool.
Mhm.
See, that's the thing I like about the scare zones is because I'm a big FX makeup kind of person. I love, well, hello. Anyway,
Makeup much?
yeah, it's like if you've seen any of my Halloween pictures where I have like a monkey face and all that, I have prosthetics. I do it right. And makeup, yeah. Anyway, the makeup on these people, I mean,
Incredible.
you think
Well,
it's
Universal.
Universal Studios. They're used to
theatrical
doing this.
it's
Yes, they do
theatrical
this.
grade makeup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these people, I just wanted to sit there and just look at their makeup because it was so incredible. What was her name? The Terror Queen.
The Terror
The
Queen.
Terror Queen in Gorewood Forest.
Oh my god.
Amazing. I could not believe how beautiful that makeup was.
So Kurt wants to know, do you have time to do all the houses in one night if you wanted?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, you could totally do it.
Especially
Universal, you can buy an express pass
for the
for Halloween
houses.
Horror Nights.
Yes, you can.
Also.
Yes.
We only went to 2 just because he had to catch a flight.
I
like,
was
the same
tired because
day.
I had just
Yeah.
flown in that day and I was flying out the next day.
And
So I was tired.
I was easing into the whole haunted house thing because we had went into one of like the harshest ones for the first
Yeah,
one.
you did the worst
Yeah.
one first.
Texas Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Massacre.
That was probably
They were
not a
like,
good move.
Let's go to this one. And I was like,
Well, it was the closest one.
yeah, and it was 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it was 20-minute wait. And it was like, and Kaya kept looking at her watch going, my heart rate's going up. My heart rate's going up. Feel my hands. Oh, they're so slimy.
So if you wanted to just do the houses, you could do them all in one night.
You
Yeah.
could do them all in one night. There is a progression though. You go to the most popular first.
Yeah.
And then you go work your way back. Because people are not going to the most popular first because they're afraid there's gonna be a long wait. So this is from our friend Justin Interesting. You know, he does Halloween. He's done every one
I
since
think
they
he went
started.
to like 10 or 15 of
No,
them.
he's been to every one.
Not
Has he gone? No, not
He said he
everyone.
was.
No, to this year.
Oh, to this year.
yeah. He's
Okay,
been
so
like
yeah,
10
he
or
goes like 10,
15
15
this
times
He
a
has
year.
a frequent fear pass.
Yeah. So, and he was like saying, this is what you do. You go to the most, you go straight to the most. So
Go
you
to
get
the
the
back.
long waits over first. And usually the Netflix one, because they always have one that's based on a
That's-
Netflix
yeah.
movie
It's
or
sponsored by
TV show,
Netflix.
sponsored by Netflix. So you go to that one first. And then you usually go to the Icon one second. And then,
There's not always an icon.
okay, they're not always Icon.
No, you go to the Netflix sponsored one or the ones in the back. You go to the most popular ones or the ones in the back because Beetlejuice and the Netflix sponsored one were in the back. And then you go to the tent houses
Cats.
because people
fighting.
don't want to go to the tent houses because light might shine through. And they're the most mediocre. But this year, Justin said that the tent houses were the best ones.
So they have houses in the tent houses, and then they actually have haunted houses in the
In
studio,
buildings,
in
yeah,
the
in
studio
sound
buildings.
stages.
Sound
Yes.
stages, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you actually go into like the sound stages.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
can do it, but that's all you're going to do.
But you do have to do the scare zones. To
Yeah,
watch
you have to
them.
go through the scare zones to get there.
Yeah.
Which is like,
So you will experience that too.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yes, you can do them all.
Oh, and by the way, pro tip: if you're feeling a little bit achy, breaky, and anxious, use the sidewalks. The sidewalks
Oh.
are a no scare zone. That is a I'm done. I need a break, and the scare actors understand that. That's
So Amy
like,
says also do Stay and Scream too. You guys didn't do Stay
No,
and
we
Scream.
didn't say. I was like tired. I had to go take a nap.
Stay and Scream is for those of you that don't know what Stay and Scream is you're in the parks before the party starts. If I'm wrong, Amy, let me know.
No, it's true. But
If you're in the parks before the
event starts.
event starts, they kind of corral you into a certain area of
there's
the park,
like two.
and then they hold you in that spot and kind of scan your ticket and stuff.
It kind of starts at 4.
And then you can get
So the party starts at 6:30.
Then you can kind of get a jump start.
and
on
then you
stuff.
get because then you're actually first in line at some of the
at
haunted
some of the
houses,
haunted
the
houses.
ones that are closest to the scare zone.
When-
There's like 2.
Yeah, when Dre and Kaya and I were there and we were leaving Universal, we saw them setting up for Stay and Scream. And another thing I might mention too is they only do it in Universal, not in Islands of Adventure.
They did it in Islands of Adventure way back in like 2005 and 2008.
But it's only at Universal,
Mhm.
so it's not both parks,
No, it's just one part.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So and then they have shows. They have a water show that they do where it's like
Which-
World of Color and
We saw that on the way out.
Disney. Yeah,
it wasn't that cool.
you
was
know,
alright.
it's okay if you want to break from all the other scary crap.
Right. Yeah. Amy says you're ahead of the crowd.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
ahead of the crowd. But you know, we came in at 6 and it wasn't that bad. So seriously, we walked right in. It was because I've seen lines,
Oh yeah.
but this one we didn't have a problem. We got there at like 6:30, didn't
You
we?
got
Yeah.
pretty lucky.
Yeah, and we just walked right straight through. It was like right to the ticket thing, scanned it,
Yeah.
and we're in.
So also you don't have to, your ticket is your ticket for the day. So
Yes,
if you want to be there for Stay and Scream, you have to have a day ticket
yes,
and a Halloween party ticket.
yes, because you have to be there ahead of the
Okay.
the party.
So if you want to just come in when they open up the gates for Halloween Horror Nights,
That's it.
That's it.
You
Yeah,
don't have to pay.
you don't have to have a day ticket. You just
so if you want to do Stay and Scream, you have to have a day ticket or an annual pass or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
totally.
Okay.
So what was I saying?
Crap. I don't know.
Okay, crap. I don't know.
Stop.
Is there anything about Halloween Horror Nights you didn't like?
No.
No, I really like them.
Would you go
I-
again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
totally.
I would just buy a
Oh,
Halloween Horror
wait.
Night ticket, even if I didn't have an annual pass. I would just go to
I
that.
have one thing that I didn't like about Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay.
And I think that you and I can agree on this. But the plexiglass.
Yeah, but this is special times.
know,
We got to give a
but
pass
It's
for
not
that
gonna be
because
like
it's
that
special
all the
time.
Still, even though it's a special time, it was kind of good and kind of bad at the same time because I could see the plexiglass and I would like make eye contact. with the
Explain
scare
what you're
actors.
talking
Okay,
about.
this is in the
plexiglass.
Halloween. This is in
And-
the Halloween, the horror houses, the
Or
scary
what? Do
horror,
you want to say that again?
horror.
Okay, in the mazes,
You know, I'm a pirate. We got
Horror.
horrors everywhere. You know,
The scary houses.
in the haunted houses, there was plexiglass to divide the actors and the people. So
Okay.
you know, you
Because
could,
of COVID stuff.
yeah, and so
Okay.
sometimes the spotlights would like show on them, so you could see some of them. But I mean, like most of them, like
Bless you.
some of them didn't have plexiglass, and some of them were mechanics.
Bless you.
well, it's because if it was a real person, they had the glass or the plastic
Mhm.
between you and that person.
Mhm.
This signified a jump scare.
Yeah.
So if you saw plastic, there was an actor
was a jump
behind
scare.
it that was
Oh,
going to
so
jump
it
out
could
at
kind
you.
of give you a
It
warning.
kind of gave you a warning that a
Okay.
jump scare was coming.
I know.
But
yeah.
if there was an animatronic jump scare, no glass, and it scared the shite out of her.
Yeah, I mean, like,
She almost pooped her pants and ran out the door.
yeah, well, it spit.
This was a
pooped.
mechanical pig, and it snotted on you. So and it went, you know, like that.
And there were like lights covering it, and it was like my back was turned because I was looking at another scare actor, and it just went boom,
and it
was
just
like,
popped out,
It was
snot, everything.
It was like one of the 3 times I actually screamed.
So Amy says Universal cleaned up the atmosphere from their early beginnings. Used to be a party drunk fest. Well, did you notice a lot of people?
I did notice that there was probably a few people that were drunk, but it wasn't like
It wasn't
a
like New
lot. It
Orleans.
wasn't very.
It wasn't. New
No, it
Orleans.
wasn't Bourbon Street.
Okay.
But there
was-
were a few because we were waiting in the Beetlejuice line. There was a group ahead of us, and they were
Yeah.
like falling down. and
Yeah,
stuff.
but I mean, most of the people you felt
But
cool with.
they weren't they weren't obnoxious. They were
Okay.
just silly,
They were
you
just
know.
having a good
And they were having a good
time.
time, and I never
Okay.
So
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So Emma and John and Kurt say it almost went a completely different direction. Red light district direction
oh
with
yeah,
your slip of the tongue.
sorry, not sorry. This is an adult show,
This is not after hours. This is
but we are not for children.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the big question. If you had to choose one, you went to 3 Halloween parties this year. If you had to choose one, what would you pick?
Oogie
Horror
Boogie.
Nights.
You would pick Halloween Horror Nights?
No, I would.
would?
I said Oogie Boogie.
I would.
I would pick Oogie Boogie too.
As much as I love Oogie Boogie, there was something kind of addicting about being scared.
But that's apples to oranges.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's for people who can handle hardcore Halloween.
Because next year, Kai and I are going to Halloween Horror Nights. I
totally.
don't care if it costs me $1 million. I'm
And
going
he
again.
doesn't care if I'm kicking and screaming and dragging my feet.
Yeah, we're going.
Mhm.
So
Hi FBP, how are you? It says my wife literally jumped out of her shoes a few years ago.
Yeah, I ran out of Texas Chainsaw.
she did run out of
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw.
Because of the end. The end
it was-
scare was,
it was
phenomenal.
freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you could get me to go.
Oh no.
to
No,
Halloween.
we're okay not having you go.
First of all, I don't think I would be any fun
No.
to
No.
take because I would just
You'd
be
suck.
stressing the whole time
Yeah.
right
You'd
at the end
go
of the
into,
house.
And you would have like your
hyperventilation,
head buried in my shoulder, and you wouldn't even look at
and
anything.
you would be parading around the sidewalks.
Yeah.
and you would be the one they would be chasing.
Oh
yeah, because I would be the nerdy one.
Kai's
actually
got to
afraid.
say the story about the chainsaw guy.
Oh, and Seek and Destroy. No, that was the best part. So I was like scared because I was getting targeted a little bit because I looked scared. But entering Seek and Destroy, I kind of put on my little RBF, and there was like this one chainsaw guy, and I was with Justin, and he was like, "You're good, Kaya." But there was this one chainsaw guy, and he come up, and I went, "Oh, okay." So there was another chainsaw guy, like a second one, and I started like imitating the chainsaw noises, and then he like looked at me and then walked away.
Well, you didn't tell it as good because you're like, he goes up to you, goes, and you go, right
Yeah.
back at him.
No, that's the third one.
Okay.
Jesus, I'm getting to it.
Well, Jesus Christ, we only got an hour show.
Oh my God. Okay, but then came up like it was the end of the scare zone, and there was this third chainsaw guy. Third chainsaw guy.
Third.
So
Third.
he walks up to me
Third.
with his hand on the little pulley thing, and I go, "Roo." And he goes, "Roo," with his chainsaw, and I go, "Sick," and he like looks at me, and he like stands there for a second.
So if you don't act scared,
No,
they're not gonna bother
no,
you.
they kind of are like,
They don't. People who aren't scared, they
they're
don't
just
care
kind of
about.
like, why
They
waste
want.
my
They
time?
want to chase somebody.
You know, but like this guy was like standing there for a second. He was like, "What?" Because we had like communicated in chainsaw, and then he was
You
like,
communicated in chainsaw
and then
language.
he just like nodded his head, like, "Yeah, we cool."
Okay, I got
and then
you.
Left. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you, Amy. Oogie Boogie it was much better
Mhm.
than Mickey's Not So Scary. I mean, we're talking much, like twice as good,
Mhm.
Light years
I
ahead.
think.
Yeah.
Which I think is, that's kind of a bummer because we do go to Florida more often. I just think that they need to up their game. I mean, they could learn a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, we do have
From-
annual passes for California now.
Well, but that's not all year. I mean, they don't do Oogie Boogie all year. I'm just saying,
No.
they could learn some things from how California does the Halloween party.
I'm just surprised that they're so different. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like they're the same
You would
company.
think they would be similar, but
But
they're really not.
It's like different worlds. Seriously, it's like, which Disney did I walk into?
yeah, it was amazing the difference between the two.
Mhm.
It really was.
Because it really was. It was like the only thing they had in common was they had Disney in the name
True. Well,
and
yeah,
characters.
and characters.
Yeah.
But at Disney World, the characters weren't accessible. You couldn't really talk to
Accessible?
them. They were kind of up on the balcony at the train
Yeah,
station.
they were like way far away. You couldn't
Yeah.
talk to them. You couldn't interact with them. These guys were distanced far enough, but you could interact with them.
Yeah, because when we saw Cinderella, there was one little girl having a one-on-one conversation with Cinderella. Nobody else was even around her.
Mhm.
And it was amazing the attention that one little girl was getting from Cinderella.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I did that with Maleficent.
Oh yeah,
Like, I
Kaya
had a
was like all.
full-on-
Got a full-on convo
Like,
with
blah, 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 blah,
Maleficent.
with
Yeah.
Maleficent.
Yeah.
You gave her some attitude
I
too.
did. She was like, "Where'd my crow go?" And I was like, "I've seen him." She was like, "When? Last Tuesday?" She goes, "Well, that's not important." And I go,
Well, then
"Why'd
why'd
you
you ask?
ask?"
She was like,
I just
Okay,
want to know.
bye.
Mhm.
yeah.
But I was
So-
going to say that Halloween Horror Nights is not even
No,
comparable to
it's
Disney.
not
It
fair to
really
be
isn't.
compared
It's
to.
not. You can't compare.
So Disney Halloween Party, Oogie Boogie.
as its own
Halloween Horror Nights.
You don't matter in this situation. You're not included.
We know
Yeah.
that you don't want to go.
yeah.
It makes me want to go back because I remember when I worked at Six Flags Over Texas, because I did this when I was in high school, Six Flags Over Texas, and they had Halloween Horror Night like things.
It's kind of similar.
It was very similar. It was almost because they had zombies walking through the streets. They had haunted houses that you could go through, and it made me want to go back to that and see how they've changed through the years because I know they still do it too.
I do that with
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to Texas.
I'm curious. I don't know, Mike, if you're still in the chat or not. Like what the difference between the Christmas parties would be. I know I'm jumping to Christmas, but what the difference between
the two Christmas
the
parties
two
would be.
Christmas parties would be. And we're not going to Christmas in California.
You are the only one going to Christmas. in
And I
Florida.
am going to the Christmas party in Florida by myself.
By
I'm
herself.
flying solo. But I'm curious if it's like a similar kind of one outweighs the other,
Maybe.
you
I don't
know, for California and Florida. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I guess so.
when we see the vlogs, because
There's going to be vlogs.
with you know, Halloween being such a huge difference between Florida
Yeah,
and
it's going to be
California.
interesting to see
It'll
how
be
the
interesting to
Christmas
see.
and the Halloween, because they're actually going to have a parade and fireworks.
They are
at
so
Disney
in
World this
Florida,
year.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
gonna have a
so
parade and fireworks.
That's going to be a little different
They've got
right there.
But it is more expensive. Also.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty pricey.
That's kind of the one reason why I'm going by myself
Mhm.
is because I don't even remember how much it was
$169
for the Christmas party ticket.
It was a lot.
It's pretty pricey.
Yeah.
For the one in Florida. I'm assuming they're still gonna have the snacks, you know, the drinks and the Mickey bars and stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
But they will have fireworks, Christmas fireworks, and a Christmas parade.
Yes, special for Christmas party.
But the first Christmas party, I think, was $199.
Oh, it was. It was like almost
insane,
200.
like
so
that.
is that how much it was that you paid for it?
No, I think it was $179.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike says, first for a separate Christmas party at Disneyland. Okay. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas at Disney World blew our minds in 18. Okay. So yeah. Hi James.
Hi James.
How
How
you
are you?
doing? Oh, thank you so much, James. We are honored
Yeah.
to be nominated for that. So thank you. We really appreciate that.
Took a lot of campaigning.
It did not.
Yeah, we had to like
It was
we
me.
had to run
bribe some
yeah.
people.
I was the campaign.
We had to just like, butter some, grease some
This is so cool.
palms and stuff,
We did not. Those of you that don't know, Pete McDivitt, who is an amazing
He's not as
member-
pretty as I am though.
He's an amazing member of the Disney community. His channel recognizes a lot of other Disney content creators in the community, and every year they do kind of a recognition show, and we were very
Nominated.
fortunate to be nominated this year for that. So we're honored to be in that group.
Yes, we are. Very much
Yes,
so.
we are. I don't really count because I'm not in the name, but
Thanks, Pete, and all you people who
Yeah, exactly.
did the nomination.
Yeah. Nominated by viewers who appreciate the wonderful homestyle streams. Thank you, James. You're
because of me.
awesome. It's because of you?
I'm the spotlight, not him. I'm
So
the
it should be
spotlight.
Kelly and Kaya instead of Bob
Should
and
be Kelly and
Kelly.
Kaya.
Yeah, yeah.
Kaya and Kelly. Kaya and Kelly.
Kaya and Kelly.
Yep.
Kaya and Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can just.
But it's
Sit with your Howard Stern wig.
yeah, it's
in
an
the back.
honor to be in that group. So thank you for saying that, James. So anything else you want to talk about? Are you guys dressing up for Halloween? Are you doing anything special for Halloween today?
I did my part already.
We usually dress up at work. We did not even dress up at work this year. Probably a lot of it is because it's just Bob and I at work now.
Yeah.
And me. Jesus.
You're
You're
not
not there.
in the
You weren't
salon.
there.
I would have been if you asked me.
Yeah.
Okay.
James says you deserve that nomination. Can't betray confidence, but I know 2 of the current honorees
Who
who
took?
took great joy. Oh,
Oh, thank you, James. James, are you going to be down there next
Hi,
weekend?
Brian.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Are you guys going to be in Florida anytime soon, James? Let us know because we would like to see you. We do have.
Yeah, lawyers are pretty scary, so you got a good one there. It's almost like being a pirate.
We do, James. By the way, we do have some more Disneyland plans. in the
Yes, we do.
future. So we would love to get together with you and Miss Kelly. Not sure about November, but would like to. Okay. We'll chat because we have some plans for future. We'll chat.
Yeah, that means all the rest of you aren't included.
Whatever. Anybody that wants to meet us and say hi to us, we are like all for it.
Yeah, we will be totally transparent as to when we will be, where
Yeah,
we will be.
We will because it's just anybody that wants to spend any part of their day with us and say hi. We are honored.
just like honored.
Yeah.
Totally. Yes.
Exactly. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Let's wrap it up like a pretty little package.
I gotta go get some booty.
No.
Pirate booty.
No.
Pirate booty.
You
Man,
gotta do
you
laundry.
can't waste hair
You
like
gotta
this.
do laundry is what you gotta do.
I'm gonna
today.
do laundry dressed as a pirate. It's gonna be so cute.
You got some Jack Sparrow things. Brian, thank you for popping in today. We
Hi.
appreciate you. You got some Jack Sparrow vibes happening today with the guy liner.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do some notes on next week.
Next week.
Next week we are going to be in Florida.
Yes, we are. So we at this time plan on doing a live stream
From
from
a golf cart.
No,
from Riverside.
we are staying at Port Orleans Riverside.
Riverside.
We'll be there next Sunday. Our live stream, it may be at a different time. I'm not sure.
If we do it at our normal time, it'll be
10 o'clock,
2 o'clock Eastern.
2 o'clock Eastern.
I think we might do it at
A little early.
yeah, like at 12 and have it 10 o'clock Mountain. So if it's 12, we'll probably do 12 o'clock Eastern.
Or earlier. I don't know if we're going to do a morning live. I'm going to post it.
Yeah, so keep your eyes
Keep
on
your eyes open on
Instagram
Instagram and
YouTube
on
channel.
YouTube stuff because I will
because it will
post
be posted
a
there.
thumbnail. But we will be from Port Orleans Riverside.
Okay, and everybody that's in the chat right now, we need to give a rate 1 to 10 on how good I look.
-5.
I think you look like a 10.
She doesn't
you,
count
You are
at all.
great. I think that I'd take the cake.
I think
It's
Kelly looks
easy.
amazing too.
No, I think
Yeah.
you look better than
She's
I
like
do.
first mate, I'm captain.
Both of y'all.
What
look
can I
great.
say?
Yeah.
This, I mean, a captain wears a cool ass hat like this.
Oh, I want to tell you. Oh, thank you, James.
Kelly's a 10. See, there
You're
you go.
the best. I'm gonna like spill a little secret too, because we went shopping yesterday. We're gonna stay on our next trip. We're gonna stay 2 nights at Fort Wilderness Resort. Dude, we're Christmasing
Dude.
up a golf cart.
We're gonna Christmas up a golf cart.
I'm so excited. This is the first time we've ever stayed at Fort Wilderness.
I got enough stuff to fill a
and
suitcase.
you were on hold for like 86 hours to try to like
to
reserve
get the
a golf cart.
Yeah.
So we just spent buku bucks at the craft store yesterday
I spent more than it cost to rent the golf cart. Okay, if that tells you
to
something.
Christmas up the
To
golf
Christmas
cart.
up this golf
So
cart.
we're switching to Christmas next week, you guys. So I'm so excited.
And we have the coolest hood ornament. It's gonna be so awesome.
Emma's gonna love it.
Yeah, you are, Emma. This is gonna be amazing.
All right, we're gonna say goodnight. We've drug this out too long.
Yes,
Thank
we
you
did.
guys so much for being here. We loved every single one of you. Happy Halloween. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to us because
Yes.
Hey, click the
We'll do
notification
some-
bell.
Bing me.
just once is good enough.
Oh Lord.
Okay. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week from Port Orleans.
Yes.
Riverside.
It's gonna be New Orleans kind of day.
Okay. We love you.
Love yeah.
Happy Halloween. Bye.
Bye.